My name is Ravi Korea. I'm the Managing Director of Pertemba. We are an expert marketplace seller and we help brands launch on marketplaces like Joom. Pertemba in its current form has been going since 2012, but the company was originally founded by my grandfather in 1986 and they were manufacturing. And then when I took over, I've decided that I want to take the company online and work solely online. We will work with the brand, see how we fit into their digital strategy, and from there we would do more than just the listings. We do the logistics, we do the customer service, the returns, the translations, pretty much an end-to-end solution that we offer.
My name's Craig Sandel and I'm the Operations Director here at Pertemba. Our warehouse is based here in Leicester. We receive thousands of orders daily from around the globe that we consolidate to then release and work on in a pick sequence around the warehouse. The goods are then sent through to our packing area where once packed they're consolidated via their shipping route. We're integrated with multiple carriers and we'll inject them into local delivery networks once in country.
My name's Steve Brighty, Head of E-commerce and Marketplaces at Pertemba. Our department is at the forefront of getting the product listed, so obviously when new brands and products come on board, it's our job to get the product out there through setting up the technical feeds and getting everything that's needed from the attributes to the imagery to facilitate the product to go live on the platform.
Our goal is to offer as many brands as possible onto marketplaces, to continue to grow our brand partnerships so we can offer the biggest range that we can offer online. And Joom is an excellent marketplace, so we thought that's a really good fit for us because Joom offers us a huge international stage to launch our brands, and it was a great fit from the beginning, really.
Working with Joom, we initially launched with a certain amount of territories on the platform.
When you launch on a new marketplace, there are technical barriers and then there are process barriers. And Joom were really good. They really helped us with knocking down both of these barriers. And they were able to fit into our current workflow.
We were able to liaise directly with contacts at Joom to set up our account within the portal really easily. They also looked at our existing infrastructure and how they would be able to adapt to fit that as much as possible, whether that be from looking at our current return solution to the carriers that we were using for in-country delivery.
From the beginning, they have supported us so well. When we've had any issues, they've been very quick to react and help. And because of that, we've been able to automate them and make sure that they are fitting into our system and we'll be able to align our system to theirs.
Automation is a big part of what we do, so it's crucial that we have the right APIs in place to upload stock prices in bulk, which helps us save time and makes everything more efficient.
Every step of the way they were there to support us on what the customer would require as an in-country experience and what their expectations may be.
That's really a testament to their commitment on bringing on new customers and helping them through to launch.
Initially when launching with Joom we noticed a significant increase in orders and then also had to liaise with our carriers in turn to increase capacity for collections.
We were very excited about this because we thought this is a really good new platform, a new revenue source, and where will it go?
So within a matter of weeks of being live on Joom, we were engaging again on how we could look to increase sales through the platform. They were really keen to look at multiple promotion options as well as our listing quality.
Joom are very proactive. They're always looking at our current product cards and seeing how can we actually improve that? How can we improve the listings? What can we do? And regularly we have a call with them and they tell us, they say, look, if you do this, you can improve the listings and gain further exposure on the platform. And we do that. We look at what they recommend and we put that into practice. And we've seen a large uptick in sales by making these optimizations that they suggested.
They do a lot of the legwork for marketing the brands on their platform, which is a little bit different to some of the marketplaces out there. So obviously that benefits us with the sell-through of the product.
They really look at the little details alongside with you, whether that be the speed that you're able to deliver your products, to the return solution that you have and how friendly that can be to a consumer. They look at the promotions in depth to see which of your products are trending on the site and what you might be able to do to increase the sales on those products further.
So we look where we can optimise and introduce new products into new categories. So it's an evolving thing where we look at the feeds and look for new opportunities to place more product, and we do that on a sort of on a day-to-day, if not a weekly basis.
And one of the recommendations was to make some adjustments to the listings to group them, and by grouping them we were able to get top store status, and that is the reason that the sales really rocketed. You can see our products are now at the top of the page on the search pages. So obviously you're going to get a lot more impressions, and that led to a lot more sales. With top store status, our sales on Joom were very positive. But on the 1st of July, the EU VAT regulation came into play, and that had a huge impact on our business, and not just our business actually, on all online retailers selling into Europe. Joom were very responsive. They were able to provide us with the registrations very quickly.
They helped us also understand the data that needed to be transferred from a customs point of view, as well as with the end carrier in country, to ensure that customers' deliveries weren't being affected.
By the end of July, we have already recovered our sales to May levels. And that was a real milestone for us. With Joom's help, we were able to get back to where we were with them and to overcome this really huge barrier in our industry.
By being set up for IOSS, which deals with taking the tax on behalf of the customer and helping us get through that obstacle, there was very little work required from our side. It was just a smooth transition and helped us concentrate on growing other areas of the marketplace.
You know, multiple businesses have been heavily affected by this, and Joom were there for us every step of the way, supporting us and enabling us to really carry on as business as usual with them.
So in September, Joom have a campaign called British Weeks, where they promote products from different sellers and British sellers specifically.
So the process during British Weeks, as far as we're concerned, was really easy. Joom did so much of the heavy lifting of it, really. They arranged, live streams on social media, as well as blogger reviews, that meant that we were seeing increases in views to our store, as well as in product purchases made.
During the campaign, we were in communication with Joom, constant communication, to ensure that we are reserving the stock that they are pushing. We are keeping our prices as keen as possible.
We liaised ahead of time on the products that would be shown as part of the live streams and the reviews, which enabled us to ring fence the stock so that when sales naturally increased as a result of the promotions, we had the stock to be able to fulfill the orders for the customers.
Through the use of all of this promotion, our sales more than doubled over British Week, so it was very successful for us. And on top of that, the sales have actually continued with this like a halo effect of our products and our sales. So sales are at least 1.5 times the sales pre-British Weeks. So it was a very successful campaign for us.
And the engagement on the promotions is really all year round, whether that be Easter, summer holidays, and trends that might be going on during those periods, as well as products that they believe will do well during, say, an event like Halloween.
We don't always have the internal resources to achieve some of the marketing that Joom carry out for us. They go above and beyond and place a lot of emphasis on the marketing side, specifically more recently on their social channels, which has helped to significantly increase sales.
Having Joom managing and running the promotions for us enables us to focus on fulfilling the orders as quickly as we can.
With Joom, they make it really easy for us to actually expand into new regions. It really is a click of a button, and they take care of everything. All the barriers to entry that you would normally associate when launching into a new territory, region, country,
They're helping us with all the complications that might come along with that, whether that be different currencies through to the languages that need to be used for customer services.
There's certain aspects of the platform that helps us list the product without a lot of internal resources required. So for example, we have our own translators here at Pertemba, but Joom do a lot of the translations on our behalf, which obviously makes that process a much simpler process.
The currency, you don't have to worry about currency, you just put it in your base currency for your account, and then they do the translations and they pay you in your currency.
Initially when we set up our Joom account, we started quite small, but we have expanded to the majority of territories, if not all, that Joom have to offer.
The great thing about Joom is that from our point of view, it's a single partner that gives us all this access and simplifies that process, so that we're working in a single currency and that our customer services are all coming through to us in a singular language that enables us to be able to expand into all of these territories with such great ease.
What's really impressive is that the amount of knowledge they have of these regions, and we don't have to worry about any of that. We just have to present our products and make sure we're ready to ship them out and do the logistics.
They're then injected into local delivery solutions, whether that be the highest track solution in country or the local postal network. It really depends upon what the customer's expectations are in each country, and that's where Joom's been able to help us understand the experience that a customer expects with their delivery in countries where we hadn't distributed before.
We work with them and say, we want to launch into this country, for example, Israel, but these are the only couriers we have into Israel. Could we use them? And they'll say, yes, no problem, we'll add them to our system. And when we're able to do that. So actually, because of that flexible, that communication that we have with them, we're able to grow faster.
It's really refreshing to have a relationship with a platform like Joom. They really take on board what it is that you have to say, and it's not just built around these are the rules. When you work with Joom, it's more, how can we do this? What's the best way to achieve this? And those are questions that are being asked on both sides.
Joom are very reactive, and that's what always impresses me, how reactive they are, how much they want to help. They're on our side and they really want to help us grow.
They actually want to understand exactly what it is that you're experiencing.
There's a lot of transparency, a lot of communication, and it's a really good partnership. And because of that partnership and that open dialogue, which is why we've been so successful with Joom.
During the pandemic, the effects that COVID has had on the number of planes that are flying in the sky to the ferries that are travelling has meant that there's been complications around freight networks and deliveries. Joom have been understanding throughout that. They've wanted to understand what the constraints are for us as a seller, but also as delivery partners, and also then assisted us in trying to overcome those constraints.
Thanks to all the collaboration that we've had with our account management at Joom, our sales are more than double than we started. And we're very excited about this. We're just seeing an upward trend, and we hope that it continues.
The merchant-seller relationship that you have with Joom is a relationship. It almost feels like a partnership. Joom are there willing you on every step of the way.
The marketing aspects of everything that Joom do for us helps us get that product exposure.
And our plan is to double the number of products we have on Joom. They don't charge you to add products on Joom. So what that allows you to do is to really grow your sales in a cost-effective way.
If you have the product, they will promote it, they will push it, they will put it in front of their customers, and you will see an increase in sales as a result.
They make it really easy for you to break down barriers of international trade and allowed us to gain new customers that we wouldn't have easily been able to access ourselves.
Over the course of the coming months and years, as they continue to expand and extend their reach, it means that we're going to gain access to all of that reach also.
In the next 5 years, we're looking to double the size of the business, and I believe that Joom are going to play an integral part of that growth.